That is, unless you want me to add more bodies to the growing pile.
Welcome to your first episode of Oh No, Not Another Reviewer. And today we'll be covering Dragon Ball Z Kakarot. So if you are a Dragon Ball fan, whether it's of Z, Super, GT, or just of the original series, you have to get this game. The retelling of how they did this game in the story mode is utterly amazing. Like the cutscenes are 0 to none and they absolutely blow you away. To be able to relive those iconic moments of Goku versus Majin Vegeta are my absolute favorite, and they do not disappoint. Like, the graphics are so beautiful, man. I found myself just free roaming and enjoying the detail in which they have added into the game. Like, the graphics are so stunning, you'll sit there like, dang, like, how they do that? Now, I know this game isn't on the same graphic tier that Terraria or Frogger or even Minecraft is on, but it's still an amazing looking game, and there's not many that can compete with it. So if I had to rate this game, I would give it a B+, solid A maybe, because this is a game that we've been waiting for a very long time. Everyone has desire to play a interactive, open world, graphically enhanced, decent combo setting type of game, and this is where Dragon Ball Z Kakarot delivers. Now, pertaining to the combat system, I wish that it wasn't just all button mashing, but it was actually combos to add more versatility to the type of style and play in which you can do. But for the simple fact that everything is basically circle or B if you're on an Xbox or A if you're on a Nintendo Switch, with minor tweaks here and there as far as, you know, being able to press square to throw a Kai Blast to finish off, or triangle to use a energy explosion to blast your person away. Everything basically plays the same. Each character has their own different type of combination of combos, even though it's a button mash type of combo system, but it still works. So in Dragon Ball Z Kakarot, they focus heavy on the story and the graphics. Those are the main two things in which they put their heart and soul into, and it seems as though the combat system was actually secondary. Now, with the combat system being what it is, that doesn't take away from the overall Dragon Ball Z feel in which this game provides. It's a very immersive story that really pulls you in, with some side quests that just really weren't that good or interesting, and they could have made the side quests as immersive as they did the story, but didn't. Now, as far as sub quests, you'll fight trash opponents like Cybermen just at higher levels, or robots from the Red Ribbon Army in higher levels, and even some of Frieza's henchmen, but it's boring. Like, they're not interesting to fight. It's just repetitive over and over again for a lot of these. Or you have to fetch and go and do this, and you have to fetch and you have to go and do that, and just retrieving items is a bit complicated because you can't always find them. So I've even had to look up some of the items locations and where to get them, and then if you complete all of that, you'll be awarded with points and orbs and things of that sort that will, you know, help you progress your character and progress, you know, in the story as far as leveling up. So even though the side missions or side quests aren't really that great, it's still a nice addition to the game that gives you a break from spending so much time in a story mode. It just gives you the time to be able to explore, venture out, look at the environments and things of that sort. So I did find them kind of a relief from time to time, and it's optional to do them, so it's not mandatory. So the next thing I want to talk about is exploring, and man, there is a lot to explore here. I can't tell you how many times I've been in the campaign, and the moment I got the chance to go out and free roam, I left. Like, I was eager to see what was out there. I was eager to see what I could find, and more importantly, it was just pleasurable. One, the visuals and the graphics are amazing, and when you're playing with like Goku, the movement of his clothing and his hair and everything, it just really brings the Dragon Ball Z game to life. Now, when you're in free roam and you're exploring, there's other things that you can do, right? Like you can sit around a campfire, you can rest to heal your character's HP, or you can go fishing and you can eat fish and it'll give you like stat boosts, right? Or it'll give you permanent boosts depending on exactly what dish you're eating from, like Chi-Chi, if she's preparing the meal for you. And there's other things you can do as far as like finding collectibles, such as this one. Now, I never really seen the Dragon Ball series that much because I wasn't really that much of a fan of it, but it's good that they have these in here to give you a backdrop leading up into Dragon Ball Z, to bring back that nostalgia for those who may have watched the series and was a big fan of the original Dragon Ball Z series, and it adds additional information for those who were not. You can also hunt dinosaur whether on sky or on land. They're little mini games which are pretty interesting, just something else to kind of just take away from the campaign and add more life to Dragon Ball. I think they're pretty neat, but it's kind of hard to aim with Kai Blast. So with all of that being said, this is a review that is done in 2022. The game originally came out in 2020. I pre-ordered the game and everything. I touched it maybe a couple of times and I put it down because I've done the Dragon Ball series from Raditz all the way to Kid Buu so many times, man. I thought this was just a complete replica or an exact copy of what those were. But this game adds so much more to what Dragon Ball Z is. This review was done on an Xbox Series X, and I love the game so much that I went and picked up a second copy on my Nintendo Switch because I wanted to be able to have a portable version of this that I could take wherever I want and finish doing the magnificent exploring that I've been so in love with over the past duration and course of the time that I played the game. Now, if you're looking to pick this game up, there's so many sales in which they throw at this game with all the DLCs included, where you'll pay a lot less than what you would of buying the game separately at full retail and also separately for the DLCs. So comment down in the section below and let me know what your experience was. And thanks for watching episode 1 of Oh No, Not Another Reviewer. Until next time.
Only you can do this. You are number one.